What's up, folks? I'm here today. I have got a 8-point buck that I killed with tethered on a tethered hunt down in South Mississippi, and I'm going to take you through today how this is not how I'm saying the only way, the best way to do it is, but how I will cut up a head of a deer and do a European skull mount for myself. Now, this is not, what I'm going to show you is not going to be what's going to get it the widest, what's going to make it look the best. I personally just love this process of doing this. So if you look at my house, you know, my skulls are not the prettiest. I just love the process. I'm not worried about them looking like super white. You know, I like doing the process. I like doing it myself and cutting everything. It's therapeutic for me. But if you want this done professionally, I would suggest, if you're in this area, I would call Matt Pearce from Manatee, Mississippi. Levi Ellis is also in Manatee. I know he does them. And then over here closer to Fulton, where I think he lives in Fairview, Jeff Holt does this as well over here. So I can put their information kind of in this video and show you how to contact them. But that's if you want it done like professionally and it look just absolutely superb. But if you're like me and you just kind of like cutting up stuff and you like, you know, it's therapeutic and all that good stuff, I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it here, and I'm gonna boil it. And I've got a Ryobi pressure washer over here that I just got from Home Depot today. So while it's boiling, I'm gonna be putting that together and show you how I do everything. Anyway, let's get to it. All right, so the first cut I'm gonna make is gonna be right down through there, and then I'm gonna start filleting it from the back. And you definitely need, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna need a sharp knife. You're gonna need two, because more than likely one of them is gonna go dull. And this one right here doesn't seem to be very sharp. I know this one is. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. If you got a gut hook like this right here, this little gut hook piece, you can take it and you can get it all the way back there, just like so. It also helps if you got somebody that's helping you hold things and all that good stuff. But we're not gonna worry about that today. We're just gonna knock her out and get it done. Get her done. Now you don't have to, I mean, it's ideal to get as closely to that dadgum base right there of the antler as possible, as far as getting all the hide and all that kind of stuff off of it. But you know, if you're gonna boil them, you can, and especially pressure wash them, you can get all that stuff off then. If you can't get it all right here, I actually need to get a screwdriver for the eyes there, and get my other knives too. Been about a year. Well, it's been about a year since I've done this, so I don't do this for the public. I just, like I said earlier, I do this for myself. I like cutting, and I guarantee you there's gonna be 1,000 people that can do it a lot better, easier way than what I'm showing you right now. But this will get you in a pinch, or get you if you're in a tight and you need somewhere to start. Cut over them eyes right there. These dogs are waiting because they know they're gonna get something here in a minute. They're gonna get something here in a minute. Part of his tongue there. Really and truthfully, it's just, you know, once you get those first couple of cuts, it's just separating the rest of it you know, and this is by far the most time consuming aspect of doing this, is getting all the hide and the meat off. You want to get as much off as you can. Look at that, knife's already starting to dull out. I may have to take a break and go sharpen this darn thing. All right, here we go. Here we go. Continuing on. What I have learned is that using the point right there, when you get up real close to these horns, the base, that point works wonders. And a lot of times I'll do like that right there. I'll just make a cut and just try to start going around it. Or you can do that right there. Kind of, that's not ideal sawing like that, but yeah, there we go. You just follow it around and try not to cut yourself. That's gonna be the biggest thing right there, is don't cut yourself. It ain't that important. As you can tell, I told you a while ago, I ain't done this in, has to be a year since last deer season. And you can tell I'm fairly rusty with this, but I'm serious, they ain't nothing to it. You know, you just picking you a spot to cut and start, and then just kind of work your way around, fillet around it, and go from there. Let's see here. What can we do to get this? This is probably for me the hardest part, which is around these antlers, which, like I said a while ago, I'm not gonna get them perfect, get all the hair off of them right here on this part. I will with the pressure washer and the boiling, but now, all right, there we go. Now it's gonna be a lot easier getting that off. There we go. Cut on back. All right, there's that. Now I'd like to cut this. Separate. There we go. Oh, that's right, he already took that. Huh. Y'all see what that right there is? Y'all experts, tell me how old that deer is. Tell me what you think. I know we got some expert agers in the group. Tell me what you think. This little piece right here, there's a little bone right there. It's hard to cut around and get off sometimes. A lot of times I end up ripping that joker off. There we go. Come on, baby. There we go. Yeah, this piece right here is kind of difficult. Look, it's all difficult. Every bit of it. Not real difficult, just like I said before, just time consuming. This will be a piece for the dogs right here. Fix my mic. There you go. Bodie, you want some too, son? I don't know why I'm cutting that, because I'm going to take every bit of that off, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna take that little whatever that thing is called right there. I'm gonna cut around that and this right here, and I'm gonna take that whole thing off. One thing that my uncle taught me though, a long time ago, when it comes to cutting meat, no matter what you're doing really, cutting anything, you just kind of cut and feel. Kind of cut and feel and try to see where you got some connection and go from there. Hold up, maybe I get under here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Come on now. There we go. Finna have this little piece knocked out. There we go, right there. Okay, pause real quick. So I'm sitting here trying to edit this video, and the darn file that has me cutting out the eyes is corrupted, and it will not render to save my life. And it's just choppy as all get out. So just gonna explain real quick. On the eyes, I take a fillet knife, really long pointed blade and very sharp, and I basically stay right along the socket walls of the eyeballs right there and just cut alongside right there and pull with my hands, or if you've got pliers, those work well too. If you'll just pull and cut, it shouldn't take honestly no longer than like at most 5 minutes per eyeball. And once you get all that cut out, then there's a little piece of fat behind the eye socket right there. You can cut all that out. You don't have to, you can boil it and it will eventually come out, but just remember, the more you cut before you start boiling, the less you have to boil and the less you have to pressure wash. So, okay, back to it. Well, that right there is how it looks when it's, for me, let me get closer. When it's ready to go in the water. So I'm gonna go out there real quick, get the pot, get the burner, and fill it up with water, get that thing rolling while it's getting hot. I'm then gonna put together this Ryobi pressure washer. There we go. And see if I can't get it together before it gets ready. I'm gonna boil it and then pressure wash it. Take y'all with me. All right, so I've never done this before on any of my deer, but I'm taking ivory because I don't have Dawn, and I'm just gonna throw it right here. A little dash of it. Excuse me, I just ate like some tacos that my wife made. God, they were delicious. Anyway, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of this in there in that pot, and I guess just clean it up a little bit. Not a whole lot, just like that. Okay, well now that it's rising, just like that right there, we're gonna lay this joker in there. It's gonna overflow. It went out, so I'm gonna turn it back on and let it go. And now I'm gonna set my timer for 45 minutes. I'm gonna do 40. Do 40 minutes right there. All right, now it's been about 45 minutes to close to an hour, so I'm gonna keep my pot going like so. That way when I take it off, when I get done pressure washing, I can stick it right back in there for another half hour or so, and 10-15 minutes, and it'll be ready. So basically, as soon as you take it out of the water, you're gonna start pressure washing all over the whole thing. I mean, you're gonna try to get every piece of meat that you can with that pressure washer off. Get real close around the base of the horns there. And the rest of it, honestly, is just picking away, pressure washing, picking away, pressure washing. And, oh, right here, I got another nose piece section to tell you about real quick. Oh, that piece can glue back on right there that I just about pulled smooth off. If I do end up boiling it off, pressure washing it off, pulling it off, whatever, that whole nose piece right there can be glued back on. Ain't the end of the world. After I get tired of picking at it, I'm putting it back in the water to boil for another 45 minutes to an hour, and I'm gonna bring it back out, pressure wash it as much as I can, pick at it some more. Now, right here on this nose piece, I'm taking all these little utensils here and just getting in there and scraping out as much as I can, pressure washing, and it's just a vicious cycle, scraping and pressure washing, scraping and pressure washing. To get the brain out, I'm simply taking a fillet knife and pliers and cutting and pulling. Well, guys, I was going to show y'all how to glue the nose piece back on with screw glue. Of course, now I wouldn't use blue screw glue, but it's all I got, so I was going to use it and just scrub it off later. But anyway, I set the nose pieces right here on this table, like right in here under these knives, and evidently my freaking dogs have come out here and either gotten it off the top of it or got it from underneath it and have eaten my darn nose piece. So there's like 2 or 3 other deer in there that are just like that, because I didn't know you could glue it back on. I left it like that because it come off. So here's just another crappy one without a nose added to my collection, but we'll get all the meat off this one. They're not gonna get anything else off of it. I ain't got a jug, but I'm gonna take whatever's left in this Clorox bleach spray and I'm gonna pour it on that skull right there, all over that. You'll see here in a minute. And I'm gonna set it right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. We got a storm house right yonder. I'm gonna set it on top of it and let it set out in the sun for a couple of days. And it should get a little wider than what it is right there. All right, y'all. 2 days later, here we are. Wanted to show y'all the finished result here and how white it looks. Like I said, not absolutely perfect, but man, it'll do in a tight. I mean, that's a pretty good looking deer right there. And the nose piece, if you don't let your dogs eat it first, you can literally see like those grooves right there. You can literally fit those pieces right back in there and super glue them on each side. So if you lose them, don't panic. And last but not least, what I like to do with this is take some dryer sheets, wad them up, and chunk them right down here in the nose and right there. As you can tell, I've already put one there. That way it don't stink near as bad. That's pretty much it though. Ain't nothing to it. He's gonna go up there, maybe next to those. I don't know. I gotta sneak it past my wife because I think she doesn't want any more up there in that spot. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought about it. And we'll see y'all on the next one.